Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to the brand new YouTube page and podcast. It is the Breaking Bread Network, rebranded for our umbrella company, Breaking Bread Hospitality. So I hope you guys enjoy this video and all the videos to come. Like and subscribe. Hope you enjoy the episode.
What is going on, everybody?
We are here with a morning cup, and today we're going to be trying the one and only ONYX coffee. They also go by ONYX Coffee Lab. That's how crazy they are with their coffee. But we're going to be doing the tropical weather, and Jack's going to be tasting it, so he doesn't know the tasting notes yet. But ONYX Coffee, man, their
packaging, A1.
A1.
Steak sauce.
Yeah, they put a lot of effort into their packaging. There's a bag inside this box. That's
I was gonna say, hold on, it'll spill because it's cut open.
Oh, okay. But
so as you can see right here, bag inside the box. This is a 10 ounce. This is 10 ounces of it's called Tropical Weather. It is an Ethiopian blend. It's half natural and half washed and fermented.
So you may be asking, why would you do a blend or a blend of the same origin? So again, not single origin, meaning it doesn't come from one place or farm. It means that they took two farms, two different, probably roast coffee and also processing types, and they blended them together. So a lot of companies do this, and they even state why they do it on the bag, on the box, that they do this because they want to make sure they can have the same flavor profile year round. And, you know, it's an agriculture good, so it's always changing, and they can pick from one farm or another, whichever one's in harvest, and they have that consistency. They're going for a profile. They're not going for a specific type of coffee.
And for like with us, that would be our black honey, single origin. We get it from the same farm. And our paradise is a Guatemala Ethiopia mix blend. So that way we can, if we run out of our favorite farm's coffee, we can procure a different, for instance, Ethiopian or Guatemala, and have the same flavor profile, but not be dependent on the same coffee.
Yeah. So you might ask why they did the two Ethiopians, one washed, one natural. So generally, natural, especially Ethiopians, are going to be very bright, very berry, very just boom in your face. So having that wash, that's more that consistent, that always the same cup of coffee will kind of round it out so that you aren't getting like, whoa, in my face, too bright. But you're still getting those nice berry, fruity Ethiopian flavors. All right.
So I'm really excited to try this. Also shout out to Tiffany Blackman.
Yes.
She gifted us this bag of coffee, and we're finally trying it out. And thank you so much, Tiffany. We appreciate you.
Yeah. Tiffany down at Bread and Basket here in Battle Creek. If you need,
down the street from us.
Yeah. If you need to pick up the gifts for your loved one, yourself, whoever in your life you want to gift.
She has a smorgasbord of items.
Yeah. It's a marketplace that she is bringing in multiple vendors and people to give you exactly what you want. Cool. So let's get started. You going first sip? All right.
First sip.
All right.
Well,
again, Jack doesn't know this.
The aroma, man. The aroma smells very much like a Ethiopian coffee. It's got some bright, fruity floral notes to it. There is a little bit of like in the aroma, a little bit of like nutty woodiness at the end.
Yeah.
Which is usually why you use a blend like this with a natural coffee, is because the natural coffee has a lot of sweet, powerful flavor notes, and you want the other woody, nutty one to round it out. So it's not just all sweet in the face.
Yeah. Again, roller coaster. You want to start with that sour or bright, move to the sweet, end with a little bit of bitter. And so that you don't want to be too high on one without the other. So you have to round it out.
So first sip, It's got a light body to it. It's very I call it juicy because it's like
good descriptor.
It's like you're drinking an apple juice or something like that. It's a light on the palate and in your mouth. Like it's not sludge, it's not heavy. It's light. So it's got light body.
This is definitely a very light, airy drink. Something I definitely would see more so in the summer, but I can definitely drink it in the winter. A morning coffee.
Yeah, it's not very. I mean, it's bright in the beginning, but it's not like overly acidic.
Yeah,
it's just like fruity.
Low acidity,
boom.
yep.
And really, I mean, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's why they named it tropical weather, because it's a light, airy, fruity, just kind of fun coffee.
Yeah,
it's not heavy, it's not dark, it's not going to bog you down. This would be something you could drink when it's 80 plus degrees, and besides the fact that it's hot, it's not going to feel crazy in that place. It is refreshing.
Yeah, that's I can definitely see myself waking up on a Sunday morning. Nice little pour over this, ease into the day.
So I'm getting a little bit of like mixed berry.
Okay.
I would say it's like a couple of berries. It's not like you have some Ethiopian where it's just boom cherry, or like we have some that's like cranberry for sure. This is like I'm getting some mixed berry.
Yeah, I'm getting more of that blueberry, strawberry end of
maybe
berries.
Even a tad of raspberry, like a red raspberry.
Because cranberries and like pomegranates, I think you would get
a little heavier.
Yeah, heavier, bitter, little deeper. These are those light, refreshing, boom flavors. So I agree with the mixed berry profile. What else? What else we feeling today?
I'm getting a little bit of something.
It's got a very earthy, sweet tone to it.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what that earthy tone is. It maybe
this pink is beautiful.
Maybe like an almond.
An almond. Okay. Interesting.
Not like overpowering nuttiness like a peanut or a cashew or something like that, but it's kind of in it. It leaves me a little bit dry on the aftertaste.
Yeah, it definitely does leave that dry
like
aftertaste.
When you eat almonds.
Yeah. Jack's on a big almond kick right now too.
I love almonds. Big banana almond guy.
Another tip for if you're looking to improve your palate, go out and taste these things like almonds.
Just eat stuff.
Just eat raw almonds. Eat a plum. Eat a raspberry. Eat a melon. Eat some wood. But
that reminds me of the wine tasting. Laura said it had like crushed notes of crushed rock. It's been a while since I chomped on some rocks, but yeah.
Yeah. So that'd be another tip to kind of just get your palate more refined.
Or like the difference between like a tangerine, a navel orange, and a grapefruit. Like those are all citrusy acidity profiles, but they're different.
Right.
And then you get a lime or like a key lime, which a key lime's way sweeter than a regular lime. And a
lime between a lemon, way different.
Way different. Those they're all acidic, but they're different acidities. And that's really what that flavor profile is it's how that's landing on your palate.
Yeah. All right. So mixed berry, almond. What else you feeling? They have 4 total if you want to have a little bit
mixed
of
berry,
help.
almond. I don't know.
And I'll tell you, we are not experts in tasting. There are people that do this for a living. And, that's how you get all these obscure kind of like flavor profiles on these bags.
They're very specific ones. I'm stumped. That's all I got.
That's all you got.
Mixed berry in that.
Mixed berry and almonds. All right. Well, before I release what it is, what would you rate this? 1 to 10, no 7s, because you know why we don't do 7s?
7s are for cowards.
7s are for cowards. We want to make that decision. Is it a really good coffee or is it just like a 6?
I try to do that in life, just in general, because it makes you make a decision. Either something's good, really good, or it's bad.
Yeah.
And that's
or just like mediocre.
So aroma.
Do you need some dry sniffs?
Yeah, I'll take a dry sniff.
Let me get my dry sniff in first.
Can I get my dry sniff on?
Ooh, that's an Ethiopian coffee. Not very crazy.
Very light on the aroma side, though.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can't really take a look, but they're light roast.
That's definitely a light roast. I will say probably most Specialty coffees, third wave coffees are going to go more that lighter profile than they will darker, just because they want to get more of those brighter ends out of the coffee rather than the darker tones.
8.25 out of 10.
8.25 out of 10 on aromas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't get an overwhelming coffee smell, which is something I really love when I get a coffee, which I mean sounds obvious, but like this doesn't have that traditional overwhelming coffee smell. It's kind of like, sounds weird to say, like a bark is what you're smelling a little bit.
Yeah.
Bark, little fruit. And it's delicious. I love that smell, but I want a little bit more coffee.
Yeah. I feel that. I'm going to go on the opposite end of the spectrum. I do think it smells really, really good, but due to the lighter kind of aspect, I'm not like overly overwhelmed about the smell. I'm going to give it a 6.
6, okay.
Which puts us at like a 7.15 or 7.125 or something like that, out of 10, which, you know, that's still pretty good. As we've described before, 7 in this category and how we do our ratings does not mean average or meh. 7 is like the beginning of specialty coffee. Like you're starting out. 8's going to be like, all right, this is really good specialty coffee. 9, you're hitting in that top tier, and obviously a 10's, you know, boom, pow. But 6, you're rounding it out a little bit. Like you're better than a lot of coffee. I would probably put like the Starbucks in like the 5 category, 6 category. That's what we're talking about. 7 in our eyes is the beginning of specialty coffee.
What did you rate it?
A 6. You did an 8.25 out of 10. I will say this. They got
0.71, so 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10 or 7.1 out of 10 if you guys want to get technical. So yeah, not bad. Like I said, just wasn't blown away. Still smelled really, really good. All right, so on the sips, what are we doing? 1 out of 10, no 7s. I'll start. I think this is an 8.5. This is really good tasting.
Yeah, I'm going to go 8.5. That's because I would, you know, if you were going to go on the other spectrum, I was going to fight you. Because this is a damn delicious
I could not go on the other end of the spectrum. Definitely could not. I will say the flavor is changing as it cools down, which, as you guys have seen before, and if you haven't, go watch those previous ones.
What were the favorite profiles?
Oh, now that we've disclosed our thing, it's going to be mixed berry. So
Holy
you
shit.
you had that. Here's where you didn't really get anything. There's no almonds, no nuts, nothing.
Nuts.
There's raw honey.
Okay,
I get a little bit of that
when it cools down a little.
Yeah.
It's got that earthy. So like people try to ask us what like to me a difference between raw honey and processed honey is. Raw honey has a lot of that earthiness still left to it. It's some of it is a little savory still.
Yeah, definitely. So I think where you're getting a little bit of that dryness from, I'm thinking going to surprise you, plum. I get it.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I can see that.
It's still juicy. It's got that. Here's a cool one that I actually like. Kind of was like, oh, that's a fairly good descriptor. Sweet tea, that lightness.
Yeah.
So those are the flavor profiles.
And you know what's funny? I mean, like we said, we're not experts at tasting or any of this stuff, but and maybe it's you read it and so I can taste that, but that has that lingering sweetness, and we're not talking like southern sweet tea that's like syrup. We're talking like just a little bit of sugar in there, so you get a little sweetness, but then that tea flavor still shines.
Yeah,
that's.
And I get kind of that dryness, that bitterness that you get, from that. So yeah, I think those are pretty good descriptors for what they are. And it's a phenomenal coffee. 8.5 is nothing to scoff at. So looking at their website, they have all the information about the coffee on here. And they're transparent with their prices. Yeah. And I'm assuming, I haven't done a deep dive on them, but I'm assuming that they are, that third wave really pushing to make things, really good for everybody involved in the process. So they're going to be a little bit higher on the end of the spectrum. So here we're moving into that third category of the drinkability, which very, very subjective, not going to shy away from it.
But so for 10 ounces,
10 ounces,
it's $21.
$21 for 10 ounces. That is almost $30 a pound.
So it's $2 an ounce.
$2 an ounce.
$6 to $32 a pound.
Yeah, that's up there. Not gonna lie.
Not surprising because it's a natural Ethiopia and a natural or in two Ethiopias.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie.
Packaging.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. There's a meme going around in the coffee community about ONYX and how they're just expensive. They're good, but it's just like they're expensive. Like they don't shy away. They're trying to be that high class upper level coffee, and that's why you have this packaging. It's got embossed like logos on it. It's for you or for good enough on the I don't know what that means, but they put a lot of
says never settle for good enough.
Never settle for good enough. See, exactly. Like they're out here really pushing that
it's the experience, which high end coffee is an experience based product.
Yeah.
So,
they have one called Echelon, and it's a gold package.
But if you scroll down, they're completely transparent. Said, we as a company believe that transparency is unbelievably important. The point of listing these below is not to justify what we charge or what we profit, but to give a realistic snapshot of the industry and how specialty coffee can be different than other commodity industries. So this package of coffee costs them $10.78.
Oh, that's cool.
So
I like that.
Yeah. And as, we've noticed this year, it's a commodity. So I think people don't necessarily realize that. So coffee, this bag of coffee in 4 months could cost a different price because it is a commodity like oil. It's actually the second largest commodity traded in the world behind oil. So just put that in your thinking caps. Like that is a massive amount of this product, and it is traded as a commodity, which most ag products are, like corn, all that stuff is traded as commodities.
The only difference being with those, there's a lot of regulations that keep those from spiking.
Subsidies and things like that. But so this cost them $10.78. They're making about 50% profit on that, which is pretty solid. And looking at that, you don't necessarily think that's outrageous either.
Yeah. I don't know if any of you saw my face a couple minutes ago when Jack was talking about coffee being a commodity. I was scrolling through. I was talking about the Echelon coffee that is in a gold package. And, I don't know, Echelon, upper echelon. That means high end, right? Just scrolling through, I thought I saw a typo in their pricing for a 10-ounce bag of this Echelon, which I don't know what's wrong with me, but it makes me want to try it to see if it's worth it. It's $210.
For what?
$210 for a 10-ounce bag. Whoo! Yeah, that's crazy. So that's
perhaps that's why they're getting memed.
Yes.
I was like, $21 isn't all that bad, to be honest.
Right. I thought it was a typo. Nah, it's not, because the 4-ounce bag is $110. So
the Decade, which is close to that, is $30. Well, not close, but it looked like Echelon.
Yeah. So that's wild. So
Panama, this one is $150.
That's nuts, man. That's
the Panama Alida Estate Geisha washed.
They are. Hey, kudos to them for getting people to buy that.
It's a dope ass purple.
That's probably one of those royal jewels that Royal Coffee is making more expensive because they're really good. So drinkability. Now that you guys know all of the details, $21 for this. They're pretty transparent with the fact that they even have like inventory levels, everything. Their
website is probably one of the best websites I've seen to buy anything from. Yeah.
Man, this is tough. $21 for that. That's not including shipping. I don't know. Again, Tiffany, thanks for getting this to us. I'm having a tough one. Do you have a price or a number in mind for you? I'm really teetering. You know,
I'm going to go with 8.
I was going to give it an 8 too. It's really good coffee. I cannot complain about the coffee that I got, even if the price is $21 for 10 ounces. Packaging's beautiful. And what they do in their background, again, that's why this is all subjective. Like it's really just whatever comes our head.
So this is coming in at a 7.8 out of 10.
7.8 out of 10. Definitely not, I don't think in the top 4. But you know, it's a good coffee, great coffee. I would probably want to buy a bag and just have that around for a specialty, like on a Sunday, or if I got a friend coming over, like, hey, you want to try this? That's probably where I would not have it as my everyday drinker, but you know,
but I could.
But yeah, definitely could.
It's delicious. It's good.
Honestly, I don't know. Like you were talking about, the price of coffee is really, really taking a vertical hockey stick trajectory.
Well, and a lot of it is also like making sure that the farmers are being adequately paid for their product. For a very long time, that wasn't the case, and now it's, you know, I mean, they got kids to feed too, and it's their product. It's literally, without their product and care, this coffee wouldn't be as good.
Yeah, and honestly, that's what I was about to just say. Is like, to be honest, it's catching up with everything else in the world that, you know, paying proper wages. I mean, a lot of the coffee's only grown in between the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. If you look at a globe, not very many land, or not much land in that. And
it's historically marginalized people that grow it.
Yep. So, you know, really for a long time, the industry was taking advantage of cheap labor, people that were not able to, you know, negotiate better deals and all that. So I'm all for paying people what they need to get paid. So yeah, that's a pretty good, value.
I mean, I would drink it again. I would buy it. I would, this is good.
Yeah. So I think that's all we got for this episode. Go ahead and check out those other episodes. Like the video, subscribe, check us out on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook at Cafe Rica USA. And by the way, we just rebranded our YouTube page. It's going to be the Breaking Bread Network. So go check that out. Look at all of our other things and be awesome.
Take it easy.
Take it easy.